The word startup is a little too broad, in at least to my understanding. So when you say don't work in a startup, are you talking about a bootstrap startup or a startup that is funded? And could you please explain the difference between the two? It's honestly a little contradictory. You call yourself a startup specialist. You're working in a startup currently, and then you say this. Would you want to give a brief intro on what you do in your startup? You just mentioned the amount of teaching that a startup can do in a short period of time. It'll take you years in a corporate. So do you want to maybe put a number on that and mention how many years you'll have to spend in a corporate to learn the same experience that you do in a startup? 13 years of experience, and you are saying don't work in a startup. How do you think the working culture of a startup differs from a corporate? Like you just talked about, in a corporate just a cog in a wheel. How else does the working culture different? I want to know the difference between working for a startup and starting your own startup, which is probably more feasible and inventive notion around working in a corporate job. You had talked about how a corporate job has systems in place, and if you're that type of person, you should go towards a corporate job. That is not what the internet says. They say that a corporate job sucks out your life, takes away all your time, you have nothing to do. Would you like to clear that out? Is that how you think it is? All right, so bhai, I want something on the startup scene of India. How is the Indian youth or the Indian population approaching entrepreneurship? Okay, so Sumir bhai, a few minutes back you were talking about these TV shows that promote entrepreneurship, and you did not seem like a big fan of them. May I ask why?